I want to. I want to feel.
That's...
Glanamede Castle. Stronghold of Lord Balseph, self-imposed ruler of all Calaglia.
I've never seen it from this close before.
That's it, all right. And next to it are the Gates of Fire. Take a good long look while you still can. That wall is what we've come to tear down. The only thing standing between us and freedom.
Freedom.
Let's go. Be careful. If you get close to a Zeugle, they'll attack.
Slice!
Here I go!
I'll run you
Only
through!
getting started.
See ya! Don't go charging off like that! I'm on it!
Swallow Blade!
Don't let them form a pack! Head
Blade!
right up!
I'm only getting started!
I'll run you through! See ya!
Huh.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Magna Ray!
I'll run you
Rising
through!
Wyvern!
See ya! Talon
This is
Storm!
it!
Touch
Mirage!
I'm sure I can put this to use. Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, all right?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zeugles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think. A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Ah, fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Dahnans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Dahnans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Dahnans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Dahnans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together, we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balseph, the wild beast. Sound good?
I've gotta hurry.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danon. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegis? You mean the same Lenegis that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
What's this thing? That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek. Normally I don't pick on the
Rising
weak.
Wyvern! Mirage!
How's this?
Here I
That is
go!
coming.
Rising Wyvern!
Storm! Tusk cannon! Guess we gotta roll with it.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Rising Wyvern!
How's
Mirage!
this? Don't go charging off
Rising
like that.
Wyvern!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I'll take you all on.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Magna Ray!
I'll run you through. See ya.
Rising Wyvern!
Tusk cannon!
Slash! Mirage!
Magna Ray!
Everything's coming up, Zephyr.
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danons. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
this doing here? Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balseph.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nath and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help. Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Dahnans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
Hey. Yes! I guess. Got it. I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe. But I'll settle for hopeful. We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans. An opponent like this should be easy.
Here I go!
Mirage!
Down!
Mirage! Rising
Here's a
Wyvern!
healing art!
Mirage!
First aid! Take it!
Slice!
It's over!
Mirage!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Okay, here I go.
Magna Ray!
Slash! Swallow Blade! Slash! Slash! Swallow Blade!
Got you! Magna Ray!
Slash!
This could be useful. What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there!
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on! Xion, do something!
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them! They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough!
They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests!
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure a Renan wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renans can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will, and see it through to the end.
Then we'd better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
So this is what it means to fight the Renans.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting. What's this thing?
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renan armored soldiers. All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renan equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn Bright Eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagan ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot. But with a Renan tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renan rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Danon garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes, now let's move.
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Am I really doing this for some lousy cloak? There's Zugals here, too?
Hey!
Right.
Just a minute. With that blade and your strength, the average Zugal shouldn't be a problem, right?
I'll give it a shot. You picked the wrong fight.
Excited! You're mine!
This one's all mine.
Here I
You picked the wrong fight. Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
go! Excited!
Flyers!
This one's mine! I'll shoot them down! Let the
Come and
marksman
face
handle
me.
this! There! One more! Primed and ready! Where are you going? Magna Ray!
Rising Wyvern!
Primed and ready! Where are you going? Take it!
Swallow Blade!
I'm only getting started!
Slash!
This one's mine! Here I go! It's over! Where are you going? Take... This one's mine!
Swallow Blade!
Where are you going?
Rising Wyvern!
Take
Mirage!
it! I'm only getting started!
You picked the wrong fight. Rising Wyvern!
Excited! Primed and
Mirage!
ready! This one's mine!
Swallow Blade!
This is it!
This one's all mine!
Help this!
We won.
You can hardly see anything from here.
Why don't we climb up higher and see if we can get a better view?
An opponent like this should be easy. Eat dirt! I'll take you all on! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Rising Wyvern! Slide! Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern! Swallow Blade!
That gun of yours is real handy in a pinch.
It takes a true marksman to use.
Well, can't think of anyone better than you, Xiao.
Looks like it could be worth something.
What's this thing?
Gotta break through! Swallow Blade! Damn it!
More! Magna Ray!
Rising Wyvern!
Take it!
Mirage!
Go!
Rising Wyvern!
Insects should stay on the ground. There! Help this! Magna, I'm ready!
We got flyers!
I've got
Mirage!
this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Slash! Swallow
Take
Blade!
it! Help this! Magna Ray!
Mirage!
Take it! You're mine!
Rising Wyvern!
Here I go!
Mirage!
We managed to pull through.
I wonder if those are the Fagin ruins below us. Shouldn't be too much farther now, if that's the...
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat. Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renin, of all people.
Yeah, well, some of us Renins know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean? I thought
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
I would, if we had anything to eat, but we don't.
Actually, I have a little bit of food on me.
You've been carrying that stuff around this whole time? Not sure it's gonna be enough for the both of us, though.
That's why we're going to cook it instead.
Cook? I've never done anything like that before.
Me neither, to be honest. But we've got to make something out of all this, so might as well try.
What are you staring at me for?
Your clothes are all about function over form. You should think about sprucing them up a little.
Why? What purpose would it serve?
I guess you're right. I just think you'd look good with a little blue thrown in somewhere.
All right, I'll think about it.
All done. Come and eat. You really do eat through that mask of yours, huh? I'm impressed you can manage so well.
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. You get used to it after a while. Still, I'm glad we decided to stop and fill our stomachs. I've got a newfound respect for cooking now. But I guess that's easy when you're used to eating everything raw. It would have been perfect if it had any flavor.
Sorry it didn't live up to your palate.
Oh, no, that wasn't a knock on you. I was just... Sorry. That's not how I should thank you for cooking for me.
You've got me curious now. Is it just pain you can't sense? Or are your taste buds shot too?
Oh, sure, my taste buds work fine. Although, apparently what I like tends to be a little out there.
How so? What's so unusual about what you eat?
Well, one time I couldn't get enough of these things I picked off a plant, but everyone else said they were way too spicy. Doc thinks maybe I crave spicy food to compensate for the lack of pain I feel.
Maybe it's best I take charge of the cooking. You know, just to be on the safe side. I can't guarantee it'll be to your tastes, though.
I said I'm sorry. Look, I'll learn to tone down my tastes in the future, so let's just put that slip of the tongue behind us already. Well, off we go.
This must be it. Looks pretty ancient, but I recognize Renan architecture when I see it.
It's seen some beatings. If it stayed sealed all this time, it's not because people left it alone.
It's not just their technology. The Renans build their structures out of special materials, too. Strong enough to withstand assaults from Dahnan tools and weaponry, anyway.
So how the hell are we...
Easy.
Phew. That may not have been a fancy feast we just had, but I don't remember the last time I felt this full.
Do the Renans often not give you all enough to eat?
It's never enough. The Renans decide exactly how much we'll have and when we'll have it, and that's that. We do our best to get around it. Everyone has to grow their own food and such behind the Renans' backs in order to get by. Thinking about it now, I wonder if they've always kept it meager so we would never have the energy to try to resist what they've done to us.
Yeah. An empty stomach takes its toll on the body and the spirit after a while.
How does a Renan like you know what it's like?
I may be Renan, but they don't like me either. I could be squeaky clean and they still wouldn't give me anything.
Did your stomach just...
I didn't hear anything.
But you just ate. How are you already...
I said I didn't hear anything.
I still have some I haven't eaten yet. Do you want it?
Sure.
I hate that I can see what's on the other side, and I can't just walk in.
It's a defensive barrier. That's how it works. Looks like this place used to be a supply base of some sort. It probably even dates back to the Great Conquest of 3 centuries ago.
For an abandoned place, sure is crawling with critters. Kinda makes you wonder how they all got in.
No choice. Mirage!
I'm only
Take
getting
this!
started!
Mirage! How about this?
Slide!
Rising Wyvern!
Magna Ray!
Swallow Blade! Mirage!
Here I go! You're
Rising
mine!
Wyvern! Mirage!
Barely a blip on our radar.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Sighted!
Mirage!
Mine!
This one's all mine!
Magna Ray!
Mirage! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more
You
pummeling.
go! Cut them apart for your heart.
Looks like we won. Is this a chest of some sort?
A Renin kind, yeah. We should definitely hold on to what's inside.
No choice. Mirage! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Rising Wyvern! You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Magna Ray!
Mirage! Rising Wyvern!
Sighted! I'm only getting started!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Magna Ray! I can feel my precision improving.
we've been walking around for a while now. Can we give up already?
What, you're tired?
Tired of something, all right.
I'm not giving up until we search every inch of this place.
She's really determined to find those clothes.
No choice. Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Slash! Mirage!
Here, let me help.
Swallow Blade!
First aid!
Rising Water!
Take it!
Slash!
One more!
Swallow Blade!
Magna Ray!
Slash!
Here's a healing arm!
Mirage!
First aid!
Thanks!
Magna Ray!
Mirage! I can feel my power growing!
What's this thing?
I won't forgive you!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Mine.
Rising Wyvern! I'll take you all on!
Here I go! I'm ready!
Mirage! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Magna Ray! Take it! You're mine!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
There! One more!
Onward and upward.
There. Phew, what a rush.
Hey, new equipment!
Ah, guess I misread the landing. Ah, guess I misread the landing. There.
I won't forgive you!
Rising Wyvern!
I'm only getting started!
Rising
Here's a healing
Wyvern!
arc! First
Swallow
aid!
Blade!
Mega
Rising
Ray! I
Wyvern!
never miss!
Mirage!
This is it!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Is this Renin technology? I'm amazed you guys can pull something like this off.
For us, sites like this are completely normal.
This must be...
The former owner's old wardrobe, yeah.
I wonder how long they've hung here. They don't look like they've aged a day.
The designs are a little dated, but it'll have to do.
Listen, I get it. You care how you look. But we've got places to...
What is it?
No. Nothing. We've kept Zephyr and the others waiting long enough. We should head back.
Okay, let's head back to Ulzebek.
You're in it. You said before that this probably used to be a supply depot, right? But Nay thought it was a Renin castle. I wonder what it actually is.
Who knows?
Who knows?
What, can't I not know something? You didn't think I knew every last thing about my own kind, did you?
I didn't say that.
From what I've heard, a lot of the materials that were initially brought over from Rena 300 years ago were repurposed for other things over time. So it's entirely possible that this place used to be both a supply depot and a lord's castle at different points in time. They're not mutually exclusive. I couldn't tell you when the Lord's castle moved to its current location, though. Well, satisfied?
Yeah. Thank you. You know, for telling me about all that.
It's not like I mentioned anything that useful. Come on, let's keep moving.
We're so high up. Want to get back to Ulzebek?
Yeah, we better. We don't have time to waste.
Someone's in a hurry.
I hate camping out. Lost!
Swallow Blade! Mirage! Come one, come all!
Magna
Mirage!
Ray! There! One more! Magna Ray!
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right.
Magna
No
Ray!
time to hold back.
Rising Wyvern!
Take it! And again! Any injuries?
I wonder if something happened. You see anybody around here who...
Crap!
What?
No way!
Damn it!
Just where do you think you're going?
You know where. Moskull.
What good is it going to do to...
I don't need your permission. No choice.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Rising Wyvern!
Here I go!
Mirage!
I'm only getting
Rising
started.
Wyvern! Stop!
Here's a healing
Rising
arc!
Wyvern!
First aid!
Mirage! Rising
There!
Wyvern!
Go! It's over!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
There are fewer soldiers stationed at the garrison than usual. They must have gotten deployed to Mosgul.
Doc, Cole, everyone please be safe.
Now you'll learn!
Mess with my friends, will you?
You just crossed the wrong line!
Mega Ray!
Mirage! Rising Wyvern!
Take it! I'm only getting started!
I won't show you any mercy!
Take it!
Damn it,
If
Bennett!
it's in the sky, it's mine! I never miss!
Swallow Blade!
Take
Mirage!
it! Guts! Mega Ray!
Hey, hang in there. Hey! Damn it!